my laser gun and I go pew 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 pew.
You got me taking it to the top, to the top. You got me taking it to the top, to the top. Ooh, yeah. You got me taking it to the top. Ooh, yeah. You got me taking it to the top. You got me taking it to the top, to the top. Ooh, yeah. You got me taking it to the top, ooh yeah. You got me taking it to the top, You got me taking it to the top, ooh yeah. You got me taking it to the top, start. Get lost in the sound, go back to the start. Get lost in the sound, go back to the start. Get lost in the sound, go back to the start. Get into the light now. Let's go out of the dark.
Oh man, I think I'm ready to party.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, I'm ready.
All right.
Ready to have a party. Let's do this.
Distance nerding.
Well, it is that time. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been too long at this point. We skipped last week because of Turkey Day, and I am fiending for some R2D2.
Yes.
And what is R2 going to do? He's going to kill everybody, right?
Oh yeah.
Well, here we are, ladies and gentlemen. You are now watching Distance Nerding, but not just any level of Distance Nerding. Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching The Build. Oh, yeah. And as you can see, standing right next to me, not standing next to me, is the Beard Bride himself. The Beard Bro, the Beard Bend, the Husbeard.
Yes, Husbeard.
Whichever way we decide to do this, ladies and gentlemen, it's our good, amazing horror aficionado, Graveyard.
Hey, how's it going?
Kids came in late, but they were happy. Hey, man, how's it going, bro?
Oh, not too bad. Not too bad. Doing double duty tonight, but that's all.
Yeah,
good.
I see that. You're going to be doing game stream. Sorry, are you guys doing retro? What's it called? Retro.
This is Retro Alcove comes out Mondays now.
That's what it is. Okay.
But we're doing the Link's Awakening remake on Switch.
That's right. I'm gonna have to try and catch the end of that because you guys were playing that last week, and I hopped in on that, and I was just having a ball of a time watching you guys play that.
Yeah, so we were working on the Mega Man X series for the Retro Alcove right now.
Okay, awesome.
The Bearded Wonder.
The Bearded Wonder. I love that. I love that, Tyler. That is great. So we're still waiting on our guest to hop in. He's been texting me the whole time, so I know he's on his way. But before that, I mean, we do have little small things that we gotta knock out first, right? I mean, when I say we, I mean I gotta make I shout out the organizations that keep us going. And the first organization I'm gonna shout out here, of course, Poddex. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is Poddex. Poddex are a unique interview question and episode starting prompt in the palm of your hand. So whether you're a new podcaster or an existing broadcaster looking to grow your audience or get more engagement, you're going to want to check out poddex.com. Now, guys, use the code NERDING10. and get 10% off for your first order. So I mean, Poddex is amazing. If you've never tried Poddex, if you've never checked it out, I keep saying it, but I mean, like every time we do any kind of live event, anytime we do interviews, we use Poddex. Graveyard, you saw the interview that I wrote earlier, and some of those questions that are in there are actually Poddex questions.
Oh, really?
Yes. Well, all the main ones are ones that are obviously there's not like, hey, tell me about your production company and tell me about your comic book and all that stuff. I mean, they don't have stuff like that, but
that'd be interesting.
Yeah, I know, right? That'd be like, wow, you they really wrote all of your interview. I'm giving them way too much credit, but I mean, like a lot of our interview style comes from at least 2 years of using Poddex. So Poddex, ladies and gentlemen, use the code again, nerding10 to get 10% off your order. Now, lately I haven't been drinking it, but it's because I've been too lazy to make it. And you guys, I have a lot of energy, and this is very, very I'm very transparent about this, right? But you may be wondering where all this energy comes from. How the hell does this guy continue on the show and do all the crazy, just wacky stuff that he does? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell you right now, it is Dubby. Yes, that's right. Dubby is an emerging brand of energy drinks created to help focus, concentration, reaction time, with no jitters or crash. Dubby contains no maltodextrin, no sugar, no fillers, no artificial colors or dyes. Find out more about Dubby at www.dubby.gg and use the code nerding10, same one as I just gave you here a moment ago, the one that's on the screen right there, nerding10, to get 10% off your order. Guys, Dubby is amazing. I mean, it's delicious. There has never been anyone that I have given Dubby that they didn't say was one of the best energy drinks they've ever tried. And again, there's no sugar, there's no, there's no all the crazy additives that you have in a lot of the other stuff that's on the market, right? So, especially with gaming supplements, right? This stuff is designed to help you concentrate and kind of like get the one up in the game that you're playing, right? Say you're playing a little bit of Mega Man X and you need that extra boost to not get killed by everything in that game.
Oh yeah.
Or you're playing Link's Awakening and you don't want to get stabbed by every bat that runs at you because there's about 1 million of them in that game.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Things like that. You fight Ganondorf and you don't want to get just destroyed by Ganondorf.
Oh
yeah. There you go. Right. Or for some reason, the game goes rogue and Zelda starts fighting you for some reason. That's a fight I want to see. Link versus Zelda.
Link versus Zelda. I mean, Smash Brothers would give you that.
Oh yeah, Smash will give you that, but I want to see that in canon storyline.
Interesting.
That would be an interesting fight, right?
Yeah.
An amazing swordsman, but I mean, you can't take away the fact that Zelda is an amazing archer in her own right.
Oh yeah.
Right.
I mean, we almost got the Ocarina of Time when she was Sheik.
Yeah. So that all being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna bust out some Dubby here. See what we got. Ooh, Dragonade is the first flavor I pulled out. That's definitely gonna be one of the ones I'm putting in there.
Nice.
My all-time favorite flavor of all 5 flavors that we have of Dubby. That guy's going in there. We got a scoop of Dragonade. Let's see what random flavor I'm going to pull out next. Yeah, it's delicious. Okay.
Oh, you're doing a cocktail of it, huh?
I usually do. I usually would just grab random flavors and just mix them.
Gotcha.
Because why the hell not, right?
Exactly. Why not?
Ooh. Beach and peach. Right? So this flavor is going to be dragon fruit, mango, peach, and pink lemonade.
Nice.
Pretty delicious combination here.
All right, I'm gonna have to write to them to get a pickle flavored one just for you.
If they make a pickle flavored one, I will disown both you and, hate to say it, Dubby. I love Dubby that much. I like a lot, but that's one of those flavors that I will not buy. What's funny is I almost bought pickle flavored chicharrones again for the trip because we're driving down to LA tomorrow.
Oh, nice. Nice.
For LA Comic-Con, which Night of the Chihuahuas is going to be there too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it's going to be. I'm probably going to bring my comics with me, and get them signed.
Awesome. That's exciting. You have a booth there, right?
We're going to have a booth there. Yeah. So we weren't supposed to originally, but happenstances have happened, and they are going to give us a booth. So now we got to bring all of our gear with us. That's going to be.
You're going to be going interviewing people as they go by, aren't you?
So we're supposed to be interviewing celebrities while we're down there. We don't even know who we're going to be interviewing.
Oh wow, that should be fun though.
Yeah,
be really fun. Any appearances slated for there at least?
Oh, dude. Let me give you a short real quick here, man. Like a short list of who's supposed to be here, man. There's a crap ton of people that are going to be at this show, man. It's nuts. So LA Comic Con guests. That's funny. I put in guests, and the first thing that comes up is 2019 guests. So of all the people here, so Simu Liu, right? Who yep. Well, the Shatner is going to be there. William Shatner himself, the Shat.
Wow.
Yeah, Bill Shatner is going to be there. Charlie Hunnam, right?
Yep.
Giancarlo Esposito.
Nice.
Ming-Na Wen.
Ooh.
Elijah Wood. Sean Astin. Laz Alonso, who is from The Boys.
Okay.
Tomer Capone from The Boys. And Karen Fukuhara from The Boys. Will Wheaton.
Yes, nice. So much. Why are you emphasizing the H?
Will Wheaton. And I'm gonna do that. I've heard stories about how he how it's kind of like a running joke with him now, but he's never liked when people do that. Right. But Will Wheaton, LeVar Burton,
nice.
Amy Jo Johnson, Pink Ranger, Steve Burns. You know who Steve Burns is?
No.
Steve from Blue's Clues.
Oh, okay.
Sean Schemmel, who is the voice of Goku, the current voice of Goku. Tom Kenny, SpongeBob, and Ice
Heifer.
Heifer, exactly. Yes. Jim Cummings, Damon Mills, David Henry, Curran Walters, Debbie Derryberry is going to be there. I'm pretty excited about that one. Rob Paulson, who is my personal hero as a voice actor. Mark DiCarlo, who is he plays Jimmy's dad in Jimmy Neutron.
Okay.
Candy Milo, Carolyn Lawrence, Jeff Garcia, Megan Kavanaugh, Crystal Scales, Scott Grimes, Greg Grunberg, Sonny Strait, Kyle Phillips, Tia Ballard, Ian Sinclair, Sophie Gomez, Stephen Kramer Glickman, Lenore Zahn, Sandy Fox, Lex Lang, Felicia Angel. Just like there's so many freaking celebrities here. And then as a comic book, like I'm a big comic book guy.
Yeah.
Greg Capullo and Scott Snyder are going to be there. These are the guys that made Court of Owls. These are the guys that made Death of the Family, the one where the Joker cuts his own face off.
Yeah.
Greg Capullo is also known for being outside of Todd McFarlane being like one of the most prolific Spawn artists. And he's like a badass Spawn artist. So I'm super excited about all these guys that are going to be there, man.
Who are you most excited for? I mean, do you have a bucket list for getting all the original Power Rangers?
Oh, God. I wish that were a thing, but like my bucket list is never going to be fulfilled at this point. Jason David Frank was my favorite Ranger.
Oh yeah,
all the Rangers, and I'm never going to be able to meet him. So sad. Oh, you bastard! All right, Tyler said he's already got the pork rinds covered, which means that he's bringing pickle flavored pork rinds. I actually did get a bunch of pork rinds though. I have barbecue flavored pork rinds. I have spicy pork rinds. I've got like a couple different flavors of like stuff for us on the road. We're pork rind guys. We like pork rinds.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do a cross-channel hot ones challenge.
You might win that one, man. I mean, I know I'm Hispanic and I tend to do spicy, but yeah.
I love spicy.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm really good with spicy. Like again, I just had some Tom's hot chicharrones right now, and they weren't spicy at all. They was like no spice to them.
Yeah, I eat the ghost pepper chips a lot. Love
And
them.
I saw that there's Blue Diamond has ghost pepper almonds right now.
Yes, they're fantastic.
I haven't tried them. I saw them, but I was just like, I don't know, maybe.
Oh yeah, I'm getting my oldest into liking heat. So we've been going through the past couple months just getting hot snacks and just raiding them and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So,
all you have to do is just like burn his taste buds, and he'll eat anything after that.
oh yeah, I remember distinctly having habanero and ghost pepper chicken wings as a kid and loving them.
Right.
So, all right. So we got the leg last done
Yeah.
2 weeks ago.
Okay. Yeah. So the leg's done. I'm ready to do a foot here. I am just opening something just so that I'm ready once they hop on here. Okay. There we go. Let's get this bad boy open and let's get to finishing this leg because I am ready. Or as SpongeBob would say, I'm ready. I did that terribly at the end right there.
better than I could do, so it's all good.
Well, here's the problem, SpongeBob.
Oh, I got the shirt and the set a couple days ago.
Good. Oh God, it came in late for you, man. Everybody else that I sent stuff out at the same time got their stuff a while back.
Are they closer to you though?
Yeah, the furthest person was in Idaho.
Oh, see, there you go.
But still, I mean, I've sent stuff to Virginia, and it's gotten out there like within a day.
It's weird because I'm not that far from Chicago, so there's a big hub by me. So
the mail system just hates you, dude.
That's fair. That's fair. I don't blame them.
They're just like, we don't accommodate for beards. Like, you know what? My beard is majestic and beautiful, sexy.
My mom tells me.
I was gonna say, I'm gonna tell my mom.
Oh man, yeah. These two comics, I'm excited, man.
I know, man, and again, you know, I was going through and trying to think, like, you know, who would be a good guest host, and I was like, wait, this is a horror comic. I think it's called Graveyard, man.
Oh yeah. I saw your message when I woke up. I'm like, yep, I'm doing it. No questions.
Right. I was just like, yeah, no, I got to do this, and you know, I read the books last night. Yeah, and because I got them like 2 days ago, but I was, you know, just time and doing the download and everything like that. So, you know, I read them both last night, and I was impressed by them. I was so impressed that I went and wrote up an actual interview instead of like, you know.
Oh yeah, I mean, I have your questions up in front of me. So.
Yeah. I mean, I've got them right in front of me too.
Oh yeah, there's so much just in the covers themselves. There's so much they can go with horror puns and parodies and stuff like that.
Oh, and there's variant covers. If you go to their website, they have a couple variant covers down there too. One of them I actually have. Actually, you know what? I was gonna wait to show it, but I'll throw it up on screen real quick. So one of these variant covers I was super excited for. Oh, not that one. Sorry, that one.
Nice.
Straight up Biggie Smalls. And what's funny is his name is Smalls.
Yeah.
Right. But it's like that, and again, seeing some of the variant cover art and the things on there, like reading the comic, we haven't even like scratched the surface because look at his mouth.
Oh yeah,
We haven't seen that in the comic yet.
no.
Same thing with this one.
It's very, very reminiscent. The mouth is very reminiscent of the
Blade?
Blade.
Yeah.
Absolutely, the second Blade 2, the evolved vampires, if you will.
Yeah, that's immediately what I thought of. I thought of that, but then at the same time, I thought of there's a scene in that same movie where Triple H comes in.
With the Pomeranian.
He's got the Pomeranian, right? And he goes, "What the fuck is that?
Yeah.
What the fuck?" And he goes, "We've been breeding vampire DNA into other species." His name's Pac-Man. He goes, "You bred a goddamn vampire Pomeranian?"
Oh yeah. Yeah, like I said, that definitely went to that. The Jeepers Creepers mouth is kind of like that too.
Right.
Obviously, Predator a bit.
Kind of. I mean, you
yeah.
kind of have like a little bit of a Predator vibe with it, but I mean, it's like I said. My immediate thought is more the vampires from Blade 3.
Oh yeah.
Or was it? No, it was Blade 2.
Blade 2, yeah.
Yeah, it was Blade 2. Blade 2.
Yeah, Triple H was in Blade 3 though. We don't generally talk about Blade 3.
Yeah. Hey, fuckface! You seen my dog? Have you tried the lobby?
His first comic book movie, correct?
That was in fact his first comic book movie. I think it was his first movie in general.
Or was it the remake of Amityville Horror? And also Van Wilder was before those.
Oh, we're talking Ryan Reynolds. I thought you were talking
Triple H. Oh no, Ryan Reynolds.
Yes, that was his first comic book movie. All right, so fun fact, because again, we're still waiting on our guest here. Fun fact, and I think I've told this story before, but for people who haven't heard this story, fun fact about Ryan Reynolds and how he got the role as Deadpool, because it has to do with that role as Hannibal King. He didn't know who Deadpool was.
Really?
Yeah, and what happened was there was an exec. I want to say at Fox, that was like, "Hey, you would fit perfect if they ever cast Deadpool as a character." And he's like, "Who the fuck is Deadpool?" Right? So they send him like a whole crate of Deadpool comics, and he said that he immediately fell in love at that point. He was just like, "Oh, this is." Yeah, like this is perfect. This character was written for me, right? Like I was born to play this character. Which again, 13 years later, when he plays the character, I mean, he proves that. Like he was born to play the role of Deadpool.
Oh, absolutely.
But so, he gets cast to play Deadpool in Wolverine Origins, right? Which we try not to talk about that movie because it's fucking terrible.
Oh, remember, I love bad movies.
I know, and I say terrible, you say tomato. But he gets cast to play Wade in that movie. He gets excited, but then he reads the script and he's like, "No, this is terrible." Like, and I guess that last scene at the end of the movie was something that like he didn't agree to it, and they go, "Oh yeah, well, if you don't continue doing the role, then we're just gonna cast somebody else to do it." And he goes, "All right, you know what? I'll do it, but you have to promise me that I get to right this wrong that you're doing to the character." And they said, "Yeah, sure, whatever," right? And then they shelved it for like 10 years.
Oh yeah,
right. And it wasn't until he leaked the short that that they took it seriously. And there's more to it, but I don't. Our guest is in the is here now, and I don't want to take too much time away from him. So, ladies and gentlemen, you've been hearing us talk about it for like the last 10 minutes here, just about this comic book that we just read, and it kind of just blew me away, right? Like just and you would agree, right? Like it's definitely a lot better than I was anticipating it to be, and I was like, okay, this is good. I need more. And this is one of the individuals behind the publishing of this book. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, to bring on to the build, please welcome Nate from all of a sudden. Now I feel like an asshole. Pork Chop Express.
That's the best intro ever. Thank you.
Wait.
Josh might be joining us here shortly.
Perfect, man.
I thought we were starting at 7 Pacific.
No, it was 6 Pacific.
Oh my! I'm so sorry. Like I have everything lined up. I apologize.
No worries, man. No worries.
Well, I'm here.
Yeah, absolutely, and we are ready for you, man. So let me get over here because got a whole thing ready for you here. Now, Nate, before we get into the whole story on everything right here, because we're going to talk about the publishing company, we're going to talk about the book itself and everything like that. But what's something that you're nerding out on that you just don't get the point, or what's something that people are nerding out on that other people are just like kind of nerds about that you just don't get the point of?
You're gonna make me put my foot in my mouth the first thing I say.
Okay, so I'll give you an example, right? James, the regular co-host of this show, just doesn't understand TikTok, right? So he's just like, all the kids are nerding out on this. I don't understand it, right? For me, for the longest time, it was like NFTs,
Yeah, I still don't get NFTs. Hive. So a lot of artists, were jumping ship from Twitter, and Hive seemed to be where everybody was going. So I was like, cool. Try to jump on Hive as it's starting out. And for what it's supposed to be and what's happening to me, they don't quite equate. Every post I've put up has been taken down.
What?
So I don't know if I'm a bad algorithm or what, but I posted pictures, text, I go back in and it's gone. And I have no idea why. So
there's like DMCA takedown. I own it. What are you talking about?
So, and then nerding out. I don't know. Something I don't get lately is a lot of these specialty covers that look like it looks like the artist didn't even try. I've seen that. I've talked to people in the industry, and they said they can see it. And somebody actually had a good point, was burnout. Some of these artists are doing such high quantity of work that they might just get burnt out. So I don't know if that answers your question, but
no, it does. And actually, to continue, I'm going to ask the same question here. Josh just entered the arena. So ladies and gentlemen, let's bring on Joshua.
Hey guys, how you doing?
We're doing good, man. How are you?
All right.
Awesome. So you're just hopping in right now, but what I was asking Nate just a second ago, and again, this might be a controversial question right off the bat, but what's something that people are nerding out on that you just don't get the point of?
NFTs, metaverse.
That's what I just said.
I don't understand it. I would love to understand it because it seems like that's where the new cash flow is coming from.
Right.
But I would love to understand it. I don't get it. I don't know where these kids are getting, tens of thousands of dollars to spend on an NFT.
From crypto, which is like, still even then, like not backed by any actual coins. So, I it's all complicated and ridiculous all at the same time.
I think Bill Gates said, quoted someone that said something like, you can take something for a large amount of money from a fool and sell it to another fool for an even larger amount of money or something like that.
And that 100% clicks with NFTs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know. So moving on to the next question before we jump into everything with you guys here. We have a segment on our show called Growing Up Geeky. What's something that you guys used to geek out on as kids?
G.I. Joe,
Oh, hell yeah.
Transformers,
Yes.
even He-Man.
So you what you're saying is you have the power.
He made
Hey, I've been friends with Josh for a long time. I had no idea what this guy collected. He collected collections. He has so much stuff, and I'm not busting him out, but he has some of the coolest things, and like, just, I'm not gonna say exactly what, but he keeps on, like, he'll send me a picture, be like, look what I just found. Like, what? You have a signed, like, baseball bat from, a home run at the Giants game in the 80s.
Oh, dude.
Wow.
That just made me like 100 times more jealous being a Giants fan. Just the fact that you have anything Giants related like that.
anything from the 80s I have, pretty much.
That's
And
awesome.
I don't even know what they're called. You guys remember those little pink muscle men things?
Muscle Man.
Was that what they were called? They were like flexible. That was
Yes.
my thing back then.
I have one in the room somewhere. I don't know where he's at.
Wow.
And some of them came with parachutes. Remember, you get a wrist rocket or something and shoot them.
Yeah, I remember him.
Key cards.
There's
What about key
a
cards?
shop out
Key
here. There's a shop out here called Collectors Marketplace, and it's just fun, like full of nostalgia walking through there, just seeing all the old stuff.
Right.
It's really cool.
That's dope, man. Like I said, I've got those, and that's why I was like, oh, dude, where I don't know where it's at right now. I know they're in here somewhere, and they're literally in this office somewhere. I don't know where they are though. So that all being said, let's kind of get into who you guys are. So before we get into the comic book itself, tell us about your publishing company, guys. Tell us a little bit about what you guys do.
Go ahead, Nate.
So Josh and I and my wife and another friend kind of came together like Voltron just a little over a year ago, and we have stories that we want to tell, and thought that comic books would be a good medium to work with. So we've done a lot in the last year, but the namesake was Josh's idea. There was a bizarre process that we went through to actually pick the name. But we have big dreams, and we're just trying to go step by step right now. So.
Gotcha. And that was actually the next question I had. So, so where did the name Pork Chop Express come from? Is there a story behind that?
I have a guess where you guys got it from.
Go.
Big Trouble in Little China.
Yes.
Wait a minute. I got something for this.
Hold on. Is it like this, Josh?
Piss me off to no end.
You would have never guessed that I had that soundbite, right?
No. Yeah, so there was I'll just tell the story real quick. There was we had a couple names picked out, and we were going to flip a coin between the last two, and all we had was a plastic ninja star. So we flipped the plastic ninja star like a coin, and thus Pork Chop Express was born.
I love how simple it is. Just we had a plastic ninja star and we just tossed it. And that's it.
Fair.
Pork Chop Express it was. So how many books do you guys currently have in production or you guys are publishing right now?
in terms of, well, this is a 5-book series. 2 of them are for sale, first 2. 3 is done but not out. 4 is getting worked on. 5's in the works. We're gonna launch a Kickstarter next month and see how that goes to get the rest of the issues out. We're having really good success with the first 2.
Yeah, and we're gonna get into that for sure.
You have anything to add, Nate?
Huh?
No, I just yeah, we're doing the Kickstarter. We're gonna start doing like a 30-day marketing ramp up, and we've been told we're doing it backwards because it's already completed. So we're trying to we put money into it ourselves. We're trying to recoup some of that money, and then not only that, but just market further. We've been able to get reach in like 6 states, and there's just tons of comic book stores out there, and people like us. They just haven't heard of us. When they hear of us, it's like, oh, sure, here's my money. So it's just coming onto a podcast, getting to know people. So just want to hammer that Kickstarter plug.
Right. So is Night of the Chihuahuas the only book that you guys are producing currently?
Yes.
That's out, yes.
Okay.
Nate's working on something called Killer Hair. I don't know if he wants to talk about that.
I'll leave it up to Phil where he wants to take the conversation.
I mean, that's if you want to talk about that, we can definitely get into that. I do want to talk about Night of the Chihuahuas first before we get into that. So, I mean, so with the things that you guys have planned, and you don't have to tell us what you have planned, but are you guys focusing mostly on horror, or do you guys are you guys looking into other genres as well?
Other genres as well.
Okay.
Just so we didn't write this, and obviously we didn't do any of the artistry in it. But Nate's a writer, and I'm starting to write. So this is like a first one, a trial run to see if it can even work. So
Right.
It's kind of, Nate had this project in his lap a couple of years ago. It got shelved, put back up, and then we got together and revamped it and turned it into a business. And as this one goes, once we get the 5 issues of this, we just want to see this series completed.
Right.
And once it's completed, we can move on to other things. And we have learned a lot, made a lot of connections, a lot of friends. So hopefully this is just, the first of beginnings of stuff to come.
Right. Because when I finished reading everything last night, like my immediate reaction, I text or I messaged Nate, and I was like, so I need book 3 like now.
Yes.
And that's what a lot of people are saying. But we had to go back and do one, a recover for the first issue.
Right.
And that cover is seeming to fly off the shelves right now. So we really want to put our time and energy on getting that one going and get a certain number of sales before we really start pushing to move to 3 and 4 and 5.
Right. Because I noticed you guys have a couple variant covers out that are coming out for the book and everything. I mean, it honestly, I mean, and this is not just me trying to toot horns or anything. Like it is a good book. It is a really good book.
Thank you.
So you guys got the formula down. We know that.
Working on it. Always a process.
So let's get into Night of the Chihuahuas. What brought about making the book brought about a book about making mutant Chihuahuas of all dogs to choose from?
I'll take this one. So our author on this project is David Kiddos Jr. David and I met when I first moved out to Phoenix like 17 years ago. And David went to film school, and he at the time had an old Chihuahua that loved him but would destroy anything around him. It was like partially blind. And he thought, like, imagine if this Chihuahua got a hold of a serum and it could get angrier and meaner and stronger. So it's kind of in the heart of the campy 80 horrors movies. There's the heavy references to Resident Evil, if you didn't catch that.
Oh yeah,
Oh
absolutely.
yeah.
So it's meant to be kind of, and I don't want to speak for him, but there's some tropes, and it's meant to just be fun. There's no agenda, political message. It's just kind of fun like that. And I met David when I was doing movie reviews, and I reviewed his project, which he actually made with, he says, no money and 3 dogs. And the funny thing is, it had heart. I don't know if you guys ever watch something and you're just like, this isn't the best, but I love it.
Oh yeah,
And-
Graveyard to tell you all
Yes.
about that. Dave,
Oh yeah, I love bad B C horror movies to no end. Love it.
So that was what this was. And David and I made a movie. I produced a movie for him called Promise. It's actually on Amazon, and it's a B movie for sure. But we got done and we're like, should do something with Night of the Chihuahuas. So we started up trying to make it in 2011, and we
Wow, so this
got
took a while.
into it and it fell apart. And at the time I couldn't carry it any further. So
So it started off as
about a year. Yeah.
Okay.
And we're hoping to make it into a movie again.
Nice.
Right.
So yeah, so a year ago we picked up the torch and kept going.
Nice. Graveyard will be the first one in theaters to watch it. I'll tell
Oh,
you.
absolutely. Absolutely.
If it happens, you guys, we're getting you tickets. So
All right. Yeah, I'm down. Like I said, horror movies is my jam. It really is.
We've actually been trying to plan making a B-list horror movie.
Mhm.
And it's funny because I was like, I'm not going to be in it unless I can like do really, really, really bad acting.
Oh yeah.
You know?
I want to do. I'm working. Yeah, we're discussing to do like the tongue-in-cheek, campiest, trope-ridden horror movie possible, just to do it as an homage to the bad movies that exist.
that's what my other project is. I'm actually, I hope I don't overdo it, but I'm just diving in and trying to find all of the references that I can.
Mhm.
To and one of the main ones is Slither. If you guys remember Slither by James Gunn.
That's the one that James Gunn
Yes.
made him famous.
Yeah.
On my horror tattoo sleeve, I have filler, and everything else is 80s horror, but the filler is the slugs from Slither on my on my arm.
Nice.
So, oh yeah. So is kind of horror your big interest? You guys love all the horror stuff too? No?
It's cool, but it's not the main interest. I like more like South Park, Family Guy type humor, funny,
Right.
talking crap about everything and everyone.
Right.
And I like horror, but to a certain extent, some of it just goes over the top for me. I don't vibe with it. Like it kind of what's the right word? Shakes me a little bit. Like, like I can't get an image out of my head. When I watched The Ring, I watched The Ring when I was younger, and my computer was set up at the end of my bed, and I would roll over because I thought she was coming out of the screen. I'm for like a week. Hiya! Like jump up.
No, you will not take me. No, yeah, man. So the lead character is deathly afraid of Chihuahuas. Is that a trauma that's going to be explained, or is it going to be one of those just unexplained mystery kind of things? Like you just throughout the entire take, it's just we know he's afraid of Chihuahuas, but we just don't know why.
I believe it goes into it. David gives me a hard time because he's like, "Did you even read the script?" And I have read it several times. I just forget things. But there is references to it, and I spend more time reading and proofing the copies. So I don't know if I could show, but we just picked this up today.
Yes,
This is
I saw that.
Wow.
issue 3, gold foil cover. This is a test, so Josh, don't get mad at me.
But you guys are selling that as a print on the website, though.
No. Oh, in print. Yes, print.
Yes,
Print.
that's what I'm saying. That
Not
as a print, so not as the book, but I saw that I saw two variants of that print on the website.
Yeah.
Right. There should be a red one,
So-
a gold one.
Right.
So yeah, I do, going through the comic and looking at that. Somebody asked me what the Samantha's dog's name was, and I couldn't remember. Or is it not Samantha? Samantha's the police officer.
No, Erica.
Erica, yeah, what her dog's name was, and it hasn't come up, and I don't remember.
I thought she did say his name. No, she hasn't said his name yet.
I don't think yet, or if at all, but yeah, it's a lot of work doing this, and also trying to write my own story. My head is very full.
Right.
So I don't want to make excuses up. But it's hard to keep up sometimes. I'm just sitting here watching you build.
It's mesmerizing, right? That's kind of the point.
It is. It is.
Yes.
Yeah, the whole point of the show is we're doing an interview while I'm building Lego, and I'm building R2D2 right now. So, so the announcement says that there's going to be five books in the series, which we talked about earlier. If it takes off and it's a hit, does David plan on writing a sequel series to it?
Do you know the answer,
This is
Josh?
my answer.
Huh?
Yes, no.
I thought yes. There is an issue. There is a number 2 written called Chihuahuas from Hell.
God, I want that already. I love the name.
Yes.
So we're waiting to see how this rounds out. So he's got it. We've talked about purchasing the rights, but we want to see how this lands. Is his thing. Where do we end up at? So
Right.
He's like, if I charge you $1 and you're making $5 million, it's not really fair. So.
Oh yeah, man. It's again. I think it's takeoff worthy. It's a good book. It really is. It's just kind of what you guys were mentioning earlier. Just more people need to see it. There needs to be more visibility on it, because I think that the more people see this, the more people are gonna like it. I'm not 100% always a horror guy, but I mean, I got sucked into it immediately, and I was like, okay, I like this. This is good.
Oh yeah.
The thing is, to get a distribution deal, a big one, you really got to have a presence.
Right.
You have to be in the stores. You have to be online. You have to be social media. And once they see you have a big enough following, then you can get a good distribution deal.
Right, and that's kind of what the world is out to now. Like anybody creative, that's kind of what it is. You already have to have a market in play in order to move on anywhere.
Right. But I mean, it's good and bad, right? It's self-help. So like, if you really want it, you're going to go out there and push it.
Right.
And if you're just trying to rely on somebody else to push it for you, they really see you have no interest in it or whatever. Why are they going to put any time or money into it? So if you already have a following and a presence and people are liking it, then, once they pick it up, they know they're going to make money, but they also know that you have, some heart into it and want to see it proceed.
Right. Okay, this is kind of cool. So, basically, and I know you can't fully see it, but he's standing on all 3 of his legs right now, and then the body extends out, and his front foot comes out.
Nice.
There it goes.
Is it will it be remote controlled?
I wish. No, it's not going to be remote controlled. That'd be cool. Yeah, that's kind of cool right there. It says that comes up. All right. So.
All right, Phil, I got to jump out.
Okay, man. No worries.
All right. Nice meeting you guys. Love the comedy.
So going on from here. Okay, so when all 5 books get released, eventually when they do get all released, you guys plan on doing a graphic novel version of it? So doing all 5 books inside of one big book kind of thing?
That's the plan.
Okay. So I would love to see kind of what variant cover ends up going on that.
we've been lucky to work with a lot of really good artists, and I'm learning that these people can help us to grow and um, take their talent, and people really do judge a book by its cover in this industry.
Oh, they
So
absolutely.
if you come up with something that looks really good, people will pick it up, and then they get enchanted with the story inside. So
Right.
um, when we go into the graphic novel, yeah, we'll have to see. But we've been lucky to work with a handful of really awesome artists so far.
Yeah, and again, it definitely pays off. Like the the look of it's really good. The artwork is really good. Again, the premise is captivating enough that it makes me want to read the next book and see what's going on. Um, with that being said, and talking about like artistic choices, do you know why David decided to go with or just just in general, why the decision was to go in black and white? Was that because of going off of like horror tropes?
I'm not 100% sure. I know one thing in mind was cost.
Okay.
I think that
I
was more or less
believe.
our decision.
What's that?
Wasn't that more or less our decision?
No, because initially, when the first pages were done, it was in black and white. So um, I know David has a take on it, but I don't remember exactly what his input was.
Right, because like I said, the way what I kind of got from it when I saw the black and white, because I was like, okay, is it just going to start in black and white, and then the whole first book was in black and white, and I was like, okay, at this point, if I get into the second book and it's in color, then I might be disappointed, right?
Yeah.
And the second book was in black and white, so I was like, okay, so the choice at this point is that the entire series is going to be in black and white, and it
Yes.
kind of feels like or at least what I take as a reader, is it's kind of staying in the vein of like old school horror.
Yeah.
Like almost
David likes The Walking Dead. He likes Night of the Living Dead too, but the Walking Dead I think is an inspiration for him in that sense. I remember that's all in black and white.
Yeah, because I mean it's definitely it definitely feels like horror. Like I mean, you guys already mentioned it before, but like I definitely saw the inspiration from Resident Evil. 100% saw that.
Yeah.
Right, because that was one of the first things I noticed was when the first mutant Chihuahua shows up. It's very reminiscent of that first scene from Resident Evil.
Yeah.
And then also I thought it was funny that his name was Leon.
Yeah.
like Leon Kennedy. Okay, cool. So back on that. So yeah, there's a huge zombie Resident Evil, the game's not the movie, feel to the book. So it wasn't a coincidence. It was deliberate that he was that was a choice that he made, that he wanted to kind of evoke that kind of feeling, right?
Yes.
Okay. It was again, it was pretty obvious.
Yeah. Yeah. He's a good writer. He actually went on to get his master's in screenwriting, MFA, and he was a teacher at a college down here. And he's got a family, and he works, and he somehow manages to get it all in. So he's actually writing a couple comic books, and he just got a movie made about a zombie deer attacking an office retreat, and they actually filmed it in Wisconsin. And they had a prosthetic head of a zombie deer. It was pretty cool.
Okay, now that's I'm a little interested in that now. There's like zombie deer. So with that, and just immediately that just gave me I don't know if you guys saw the trailer for Bear on Cocaine or something like that.
Yeah.
I saw it today.
Yeah, like that's as soon as you said zombie deer, it's all I could think of right now is just the bear on cocaine.
That thing is glorious.
Oh yeah, man. me and some of the other the hosts on the show, we were just like, so I think we need to host a watch party when this comes out.
Yeah.
And extra points if everybody's on cocaine. I was like, that's gonna be a little bit hard. So I've never done cocaine. I don't plan on ever doing cocaine. So that would be an interesting
Yeah,
watch.
you might not have a good time either.
Like, man, I just shit.
Gotta walk around in here.
I know, right? Like, I gotta move, gotta walk. What the fuck?
You might watch the whole movie on your tippy toes.
I know.
Possibly.
It's a great movie.
Oh, man.
So yeah, man. I mean, so yeah. Tell me about the comic book that you're working on.
So I'm writing a story called Killer Hair. Killer Hair is about a woman whose hair gets possessed, and it starts killing people without her consent. It's a little bit of an allegory on mental health, and it is definitely a horror comedy. Yeah, so it's just meant to be a good time. My wife has long hair, and I was cleaning the bathroom, and hey, look, Aaron's on there. My friend's messaging. I was cleaning up the hair in the bathroom, and I just imagined Slither actually. And if these hairs started like snaking their way across the ground, it would be horrific, and also that I would probably die quite quickly. So, yeah, there's a young woman in there. She's having a hard time in life, can't keep up, frustrated, and her hair starts to kind of take over. And yeah, there's a lot of death, a lot of gore, a lot of awesome, and the finale is amazing. in the 80s horror genre, amazing sense.
Right, and all I can think of now is Medusa from the Inhumans, but the comic version of her, not the one from the show.
Oh yeah.
Right, and
Yeah.
it's just like, what if Medusa lost control of her hair and it just started murdering everybody?
Yep.
Oh man. So yeah, let's get into some more fun stuff, man. Especially since we're doing, not that this isn't fun, but I mean, like, more of like kind of stuff that's peering into your guys' minds here. Okay, what would be the worst movie sequel ever made?
Goonies 2. Should leave that alone.
Wait, hold on. Wait, which one?
Goonies.
Oh, Goonies.
Just leave that movie alone. Leave it the way it is. No remakes, no sequels. Just leave it alone.
Have you heard?
Are you saying
with that
one to not make, or one that currently exists?
No, one not to make. So like, what's a movie that just should not be made? So again, like, to give you an example, one of our co-hosts, Passion of the Christ 2.
Is that even possible?
Or the other one was the Titanic 2.
Those are great answers.
Yeah, I know, right?
I am a total movie guy, and I'm blanking.
Just like, what's a movie that just like, just doesn't.
I got one.
Yeah.
In the heart of what your friend said, Memento 2.
Memento 2. It's like, I still don't know what the hell is going on. Do another movie about tattooing things on my body to remind myself of shit.
It's like he wakes up the next day like, huh? I'm sorry, that's hilarious. I'm having too much fun.
The movie continues and it's just still don't know what's happening right now. Would it still be with what's his name? Guy Pearce.
Yeah, it has to be. He just doesn't understand what's going on. totally irrelevant the next day.
Memento 2, still don't know what's happening. Still lost in the sauce. Memento 2, you find out that he's really just a lost LT, like every other LT that's out there.
That'd actually be kind of a cool thing, like just following him around and seeing what happens.
You find out that he is like like an army officer.
Yeah.
He's got lost in the sauce.
Yep.
Oh man. So did you hold on, Josh? Did you hear what the Goonies sequel was supposed to be?
No.
So it was written by what's his name? Another comedian. He played Olaf. What the hell's his name?
Oh, Josh Gad.
Josh Gad. Josh Gad wrote it. And I guess the premise of the story is it's like it's in the vein of like all these new sequels that are coming out where it's like the same actors and everybody on from the original cast was on board. And it's supposed to be like, kind of Goonies. Movie's supposed to be called Goonies Never Say Die. And it was like them 20 years later kind of thing. Or I guess 40 years later at this point.
Yeah.
I still feel like the 80s was only 20 years ago.
To me, that's my favorite movie ever made, and like I don't think they should touch it ever.
Never touch the Goonies.
Never.
And I mean, I can respect that. I understand that. I mean, again, as a Goonies fan, I can understand.
I think I would watch it, but it's
Of course, you're gonna watch it, but
yeah.
I mean, if they try to remake it, I wouldn't watch it. The sequel, you're probably gonna watch it.
Yeah, it's one of those movies that you feel just doesn't need a sequel.
Like nothing can do it justice.
Yeah, I think we grew up in a special time, but yeah, that movie is a gem.
Yeah, I mean, it's an amazing movie. There's no denying any of that. Just a cup of pie. Which I think it's great seeing him and Harrison Ford hugging at the just recently.
Yeah, I saw that picture.
All right. So with that being said,
so I got a question for you here since we're shooting the breeze. Have you ever had any celebrity run-ins?
Oh God, man. Have I ever had any celebrity run-ins? As in just kind of just randomly run into a celebrity?
Just any story like celebrity wise. Is there anything that's happened or that would be fun to share?
I don't have anything like super noteworthy that comes to mind. I don't know if you guys know who Reb Brown is.
Mm-mm.
So Reb Brown played Captain America in the old 70s TV show.
Okay.
And we were doing a Comic-Con and he was guesting at that con. And we were at the hotel. We went to go get breakfast that morning right before the show. And he just kind of walks in. He's older dude now, but he's still pretty built for how old he is. And he just kind of walks in with this Captain America shield and just immediately we're just like, oh, hold on, you're Reb Brown. And just not in a mean way, but just started talking all the shit. And it was the funniest thing ever, man. I just remember him talking hella shit and it was hella funny.
That's cool.
I don't have like super noteworthy stuff. Like every celebrity that we've met so far have been like super cool. Like I don't have any situations where it's like, don't meet your heroes kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like every time we've met any celebrity, they've always been like super nice and super cool. And, we also don't kind of like fangirl with anybody that we talk to. So like for instance, I don't know if you guys, I don't know if you guys are anime fans at all.
Not too much. I like some.
Yeah. So I mean, are you a DBZ fan at all?
Not much,
Not much.
to be honest.
Yeah, I was gonna say because we interviewed the original voice of Goku.
Nice.
And Peter Kalamis, and he's another guy that's like super cool. And we asked him like what is like give us the worst piece of advice you can give us as Rolf from Ed, Edd n Eddy, because he played Rolf in Ed, Edd n Eddy. And he said something about like it was something about like not leading to the life of a hairdresser, and he was just like, I don't understand, because what's wrong with being a hairdresser? And then he did Rolf as Goku, so he did like a Kamehameha as Rolf from Ed, Edd n Eddy, and it was pretty funny.
Nice.
So jumping back on this, guys, if you were on a 10-hour flight, who would you like to sit next to? Now, this is any person, dead or alive, past, present, future. I mean, if you know anybody in the future like that, you know, what's somebody that you, you know, that if you were in a 10-hour flight that you would like to talk to. And it's funny because a lot of people, when we ask this question, they'll say, you know, some people get like super philosophical and go like Jesus, you know, or you know, things like that. And it's like, I mean, honestly, a conversation with Jesus would actually probably be kind of cool, because think about it, right? Like the dude went through a lot.
Did somebody say Jesus?
We said Jesus. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome LaJack back to the show. I've been stalling for time for her to get back onto the show. No, but if you guys were on a 10-hour flight, what's you know, who's somebody that you would like to sit next to?
Are they gonna be open to talk, or is it just sitting next to them?
Oh no, they're open to talk. It's you get to have a conversation with any person that you want to have for 10 hours.
What do you think, Josh?
Well, I mean, I don't want to get too crazy on the show. Dead or alive, or just dead?
Dead or alive, anybody, man.
It'd be pretty interesting to sit next to Edward Snowden and have a conversation with that guy.
That's interesting.
Another one would be like Bob Marley.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
Be cool. But yeah, just to, you know, I don't know, just to pick their brains.
Right. I was gonna say just to kind of pick his brain, right? Like, I mean, that would be an interesting conversation with Edward Snowden.
I think just off the top of my head, Dave Chappelle, and I'd like to. I mean, just anybody that's authentic and just getting to hear them speak. I kind of like vibe with when people are just genuine,
right?
And that guy, you know, uses comedy as a method to speak some truths, and people may or may not agree with him, but he speaks genuinely, and I think it'd be cool just to hear about like his process, you know, as a comedian and how to deliver things, and I don't know. I always kind of felt like a comedian at heart, and definitely miss that that way of delivery, like that they form over time.
Right. Especially with like the stuff that Chappelle comes up with, because like, you know, I mean, like I'm sure you watched the not the commencement speech, but the speech that he did on Netflix where he was dedicating the arts theater.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I mean, you know, listen to the stuff that he was talking on there, and I mean, you know, I thought that was a very genuine thing for him to do, to say like, you know, yeah, they want to name this theater after me, but I would rather them not name it after me, and you know, name it after something that is more along the lines of the arts itself. And then the joke at the end when he said, And you know, in 20 years, if you still want to name it after me, then by all means, go ahead.
Yeah.
I think he named it after was it the teacher that was there or something like that?
That is just named it like the something learning arts center. Like maybe I don't remember.
Right.
I don't remember a lot.
Who is this again? I'm sorry.
Dave Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle.
Okay, sorry. The door jumped and it scared me.
Josh, what about you?
He already
answered. He said Snowden and,
Snowden and Bob Marley.
My bad.
Bruce Lee.
Oh, that's another good one too.
It's like philosophical type of people. Snowden's just one. I just want to pick his brain.
Right. Again, I think
how would you start that conversation?
I have no idea. They're like, so what really were you looking at?
like, so Russia. Okay.
Well, tell me what you know about Russia. No. I'm not the most interpersonal person.
So I mean, like the rest of the questions I have here are more wrap up stuff. Jack, do you have a bracket?
I mean, I have the Thanksgiving one to finish.
Oh, there we go. So guys, I'm sure you're not familiar with what we do on this at this section of the show, but we do outside of me building Lego and interviewing you guys, we do a bracket, right? The bracket is it's just like a tournament style bracket, like you would do like for like March Madness and stuff like that. But we do like nerdy stuff, right? And we skipped last week because of Thanksgiving and everything like that. But we've been doing a best Thanksgiving sides bracket.
We're really just down to like the final finale.
So is it like a vote on it for us?
Yeah.
We're voting? Okay.
Yeah, so the idea is that we're gonna go through this and then just pick your brain and whatever you guys choose, and we get the chat involved, and the chat gets the vote on what they think is the best too.
Okay, so we started off with some great contenders and got it narrowed down to 4. But just to do a recap of the recap, some of the contenders that we had were potatoes. I can't say it.
Au gratin.
Sweet potato. What is this? Sweet potato pecan casserole. Sweet potatoes with marshmallows, representing the north. Representing the west, we had cornbread, dinner rolls, lumpia. We somehow wiggled in there. You guys know what lumpia is?
Kicking ass, man.
God,
You ready? Okay. The funny thing is, we actually had lumpia at Thanksgiving.
Like we were making jokes about like how lumpia should be at Thanksgiving, and then we go to Thanksgiving, and my cousin got lumpia, so it was like, okay, I'm with it.
We had lumpia and pancit.
And they have pancit.
Okay, lumpia, cornbread, and then representing for the South, we had green beans, roasted mushrooms, and Brussels sprouts. Then for the East, we had cranberry sauce, and sticky rice. Was it sticky rice? Sticky rice casserole, which we had to look up and see what that was. And it's essentially exactly what you think it is. It was almost like a fried rice, really. So now we're down to the final 4. First up, we have North versus West, mashed potatoes versus lumpia. Go ahead and submit.
That is a new standard in my household from this day forward.
Lumpia?
It's lumpia.
Yep.
We already called it that lumpia was going to win this.
I've been saying lumpia was going to win the whole thing, dude.
Spam's not in there?
No, we didn't put spam in it. And it was mostly because my the co-host on the main show, James, is Filipino, so he'll always jump in and they just like do Filipino jokes. And he was like, when we were talking about like, okay, well, is there anything that we should add into this? And he was like,
No, it wasn't that. We listed what was on it, and he said, "Where's the lumpia?" And I said, "Well, we can switch out something." And so we did.
what we didn't realize is how lumpia was just going to take over the entire bracket.
Josh is actually in NorCal, so he gets some good Filipino food out there.
Oh, nice. Where at NorCal, man?
Well, I just moved to Roseville. I'm from the Bay Area.
Oh, no shit. We're in Sacramento. So I was like,
in Roseville.
No, I'm saying we're in Sacramento though. We are in Sacramento.
Oh, I'm in denial. I shouldn't say that. I'm in denial.
Yeah.
Roseville.
We live in Natomas.
Oh, we're right here.
Yeah, we're right next to each other, man.
You guys can have lumpia together.
Filipino restaurants out here. I found one the other day. I think it was called Teriyaki Express.
There's Teriyaki Express. There's a Philam in
where?
Out here in Natomas.
We went to a boba place in Roseville that had Filipino style like snacks.
Oh, are you not playing right now? There's Phil Lamb in Natomas.
There's a Philam in Natomas, dude.
All right, I'll see you
It's
tomorrow.
not as good as the ones in the Bay Area though. Like the Philam in the Bay Area is like a lot better.
Right.
But it's still a Philam.
Yeah, that's what you should have had questions for us on was food.
Oh, dude,
talk about food all day.
I don't know if you notice what our tagline is, right? But our tagline for this show is whatever you're nerding out on, music, food, wrestling, whatever it is. Our whole premise is we want people to tell us what they're nerding out on so we can nerd out with them.
I'm really the outcast in this group because the things that I nerd out on are like history, golden age of Hollywood, and food.
Nice.
But when we do we had her on. We did a whole like month where we were doing like a salute to tacos.
That was like when the first month you guys had a podcast,
right? And she was on the show. This was before she was like on the show regularly, but she was on the show, and she was our food expert. Who better to get as your food expert than your future wife?
We're married though.
Now, she's my wife now, but at the time she was my future wife.
Fantastic.
Okay, so let's see. So far in the chat, I only got one for Olympia. Josh, what is your vote for?
Olympia.
What about you, Nate?
Same
Lumpia.
Philippe?
That's hard for me because I love mashed potatoes. Like mashed potatoes are easily one of my
mashed potatoes.
But I don't know if you saw at Thanksgiving like how many lumpia I was inhaling.
I was too busy trying to save your uncle.
That was later on in the night. I was inhaling lumpia though. Like when we got there, I was like, "Oh, there's lumpia," and I just kept eating lumpia.
All right. So what's the other? Is there other two?
There are the two, but if we're just gonna Philippe.
Oh, I'm sorry. He was gonna answer. I'm excited to hear
a little bit more time in the comments. Of course, my mom votes for the one-off.
I think I'm gonna go lumpia.
All right. Okay,
I
so
love mashed potatoes.
lumpia is gonna move on to the next round. Aaron Murphy says lumpia with oxtail soup.
Curry.
Look at that.
That
sounds good. Philippe,
I'm coming to Aaron's house for Thanksgiving.
Oh, this Tyler saying, and you didn't bring any home here. How dare you? Well, because I was leaving for 4 days when we were coming home, so we didn't really bring a lot of food home. Okay. So next up, we have. This is going to seem a little odd. Sorry. So stuffing versus gravy.
Stuffing.
That's a no-brainer. Okay. What about you, Nate?
It's stuffing.
Okay.
Now, there's going to be no compromise, so we're going to have stuffing filled lumpia, and that's the end, right?
Yeah.
Well, originally, like a lot of these were just because everybody was trying to keep all the ingredients for the moist maker.
You don't know how many notes I have about Moist Maker. My sandwich. My sandwich. You guys, either of you guys, fans?
What is that
No,
from?
I don't know what you're talking
It's
about.
it's from the show Friends.
Oh, okay.
I've
watched Friends.
I watched it. I don't get the reference.
Oh yeah, so there's an episode where Ross is kind of going through a midlife crisis, one of the characters, and he's a paleontologist and he works at a museum, and anyway, so he brings his lunch to work and he puts it in the refrigerator and somebody eats it, and he gets all upset about it, and he starts to explain why he's upset about it, and he's like, my sister makes these like excellent leftover Thanksgiving sandwiches, and the secret is she puts an extra slice of gravy soaked bread in the middle. I call it the moist maker. And then the guy goes, oh my bad, like, I ate your sandwich. And Ross goes, my sandwich. He's like, yeah, I think there's some in the trash. And he's like, my sandwich.
Is in the trash.
Okay.
It was too much. I couldn't eat it all.
Philippe, what's your vote for?
Gravy versus stuffing. I almost feel like there's more versatility with stuffing because I've had different types of stuffing before. Like I've had versions of stuffing that I like. That I've actually really liked.
Oh, and then also in a Latino household, you get the only white person to make the gravy, because I always make the gravy at Philippe's house. His mom, she'll roast a piece of meat and then she just has like the drippings and she's like, that's the gravy. And I'm like, that's gravy. Let me make you some gravy, Sandra.
Just yeah, that's how Latinos
work. Cultural differences are always a challenge.
Hey, but when they come together, they make something new that's great.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Like
stuffing filled lumpia.
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
Right.
Hashtag distance nerding. Pork Chop Express.
Oh geez.
Put it on the market tomorrow.
So the place that Jackie was talking about that's in Roseville, I'm trying. It's Honey something. I have to get the name of it because they have pizza lumpia.
Wow.
Then they also had Filipino spaghetti.
Yes, and they have sisig.
That's with hot dogs.
They have sea log. They have sisig.
What? Well, I wish you had an hour. Like, text me that.
Lolly Cup. That's what it's called. It's called Lolly Cup on Pleasant Grove Boulevard.
It's like 5 minutes away.
Yeah. So you got to check, especially if you're into jalapeno stuff. Yeah, you're gonna want to go check out Lolly Cup.
That was the first time, and that was when our air conditioner went out.
Yes.
It was not this last summer, but the summer before. That was the first time he ever had boba. He had never had boba.
Yeah, and I fell in love with it immediately.
And we're standing in line, and I go, "Ooh, what are you gonna get? What are you gonna get?" Because he thinks he's like, he thinks he knows everything about like Filipino culture or whatever. And so I was like, "Ooh, what kind of boba are you gonna get?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna get like a coffee drink or like whatever." And I was like,
which
what?
I regretted.
He's like, "Yeah, I have a confession. I've never had boba." And I was like, really? I was like, that's really weird. So I ordered something.
You got a because I remember you got a no, it wasn't ubi. It was something else.
I think I got the taro milk.
That's what it was. It was taro.
So he tried it, and he was like, "That's really good." And then so then he made like a pog lychee one, and he basically had 2 drinks that day.
Was the Pog one good?
Oh hell yeah, dude! It was so good. I'm a big fan. Like Pog is one of my favorite drinks of all time.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm always surprised when I talk to people and they're like, I don't know what Pog is. Like, you don't know what Pog is? What the hell? You've been not living.
Okay, Philippe, what's your vote?
I think I'm gonna go gravy on this.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and say that stuffing won this one. So really what we have is lumpia filled stuffing.
Lumpia?
Okay.
In
So-
the end, the Philippines won. That's what it is right there.
Okay. So the final showcase showdown is gonna be lumpia versus stuffing. Lumpia.
Sure.
Okay. What about you, Nate?
I can't vote. I'm sorry. Nate's not here right now. Please leave your message at the sound of the beep.
It's against my religion as a foodie.
Okay, what about you, Philippe?
Lumpia versus stuffing. I'm gonna go lumpia for sure.
Okay.
I can my mouth is watering so much right now just thinking about it.
You can't get lumpia where you're at.
Me?
Yeah.
Nah, we got some good food down here. I mean, it's not the best, but
What they're telling
I
me.
just
can
had
get it in
we
like
just had
5
Thai
minutes.
food yesterday.
What part of the country are you in?
I'm in Phoenix. I'm
Oh,
from
okay.
NorCal, but in Phoenix.
Nice.
Yeah, and
All
I'll
right.
just throw it out there. If you guys haven't tried Burmese food, there's a place called Burma Superstar. I just think there's one in the city, Oakland, and Alameda. I could be
Yeah.
wrong.
Burma Superstar is pretty huge.
I'd never heard of it. And my friend took me there when I was in the Bay, and I was like, "This is amazing! Like, why haven't I heard of this before?"
Yeah, my older brother, actually my older brother and my younger brother are big fans of Burma Superstar.
Nice.
And then they like Marnie Thai is like another one of their favorites.
Okay.
See, I'll eat anything. I just need somebody to take me to a place because I'm not gonna. I'm not. I don't want to say I'm not gonna not wander into a place because I will, but I'll eat anything.
I get it. Like I wouldn't go to just walk into a place, but if I was with Josh knows all of the spots. Like and not only that, but they kind of know him too. They're like, "What's up?" Josh knows where all the good food is at. Yep. And like if Josh says it's good, you know it's good, kind of thing.
Yeah, it's
But
been
yeah,
hard
just
here. It's very hard out
sometimes
here
you
to
just
find.
don't know. Like, how could you trust, just random spot?
That's what's the trip is like. Usually the most random spots are the ones that are like the best.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I like street food a lot.
Free food?
Street.
I thought you said free food. Oh, I like
street food. You know, like
We all
taco
like
trucks or people just cooking on the street, barbecuing or whatever they're doing. You know, I like the street vendors a lot.
There's a taco spot right around the corner from our house that we
That's like it's when you say taco spot, it's like a pop-up place that I like is just on the side of the road.
That's
There's
what,
a-
yeah,
I
that's what
don't-
I'm talking.
there's a
I
lot.
don't know
You
if
get
there's a
some of the
lot in
best food.
Roseville.
Yeah, I'll say
The
there's
only
actually a
place-
lot of those out here.
The only places because so when I first moved up here 4 years ago, I used to drive for Amazon, so I would drive all over the place and deliver packages. And I have to say, the only place I'm sure it happens other places, but the only place that I can remember consistently seeing like people on the side of the road, like selling tacos, tamales, the fruit trucks or whatever around here is over there by where my apartment was. There used to be a fruit guy over there, and it was on Walerga and like the Walerga Elkhorn area, and then in Rio Linda, which is close to where we live.
¿Quieres fruta? Sí, tenemos
There's like
todo
on the way to work every morning, I see this tamale lady in like a green van just every morning. And it's so funny because the other day I was thinking, I was like, and she just has like a sign, and she just got like a cooler in the back of her van, and she sells tamales. And I was thinking the other day, like I was kind of like, I kind of think like, oh, I don't know how I feel about buying just like food from like a random person on the side of the road. But then I was like, I see this lady every morning. Like if she was out here poisoning people, she wouldn't be on the same place every morning. I was like, she's probably legit.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I was there was we went to like this like pop-up taco place more towards like Antelope. We were going there for a little bit, and then I was driving home one day and I just saw this one on like the side of the road, and Felipe and I couldn't figure out what we wanted, but we didn't want to cook, and I was like, they got this pop-up taco place right down the street. So we went, and it was good. Felipe, yeah, it was, I mean, it was, yeah, it was good. I was glad we went, and they're basically there what was it, Wednesday through Sunday?
Yeah, he said they're usually out there Wednesday through Sunday.
Yeah, so yeah.
Aaron Murphy said, "I dare you to eat balut." You guys ever had balut before?
No thanks.
No, good.
I haven't.
Yeah, you guys know what balut is?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an unfertilized duck egg.
It's a fertilized.
It's a fertilized duck egg. It's soup made from the egg.
No, it's not soup made from the egg. It's the egg. The egg is cooked in the way that like it makes a soup in the egg.
Right.
Mm.
It's like a soup dumpling, but an egg and a duck fetus.
Duck fetus.
I'm good.
Yeah, I know. I there's a lot of things I'll try. That's just not one of them.
So you got to be bold. Balut.
I even have some Filipino friends who don't like it. I think it's one of those things like minced meat pie, like the old timers eat it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and say hearing none and seeing none. The most, the winner of Thanksgiving is lumpia, is the favorite side of everybody.
You know what? I'm a little upset right now that James is not watching the show because he normally does on Thursdays, and he's not chiming in here all excited that lumpia won.
So yes, lumpia. Have it at your next party.
Should I get a little paper and I could hold it up and we could screenshot it for him?
I'll just text him right
Lumpia
now.
wins.
One, where are you?
We called it. We knew lumpia was gonna win.
No.
Which, you know what? It never even should have been a contender. Like anybody's gonna have leftover lumpia. Gonna get
you got any leftover cocaine from that Cocaine Bear movie?
Yeah, no, right? I'm still imagining that movie, just a bear all coked up. That shit is gonna be ridiculous, man.
Yep.
Jackie,
Okay, so
do you have the bracket at all?
I'm looking. I have an idea for one. I'm looking it up right now.
Is it food related? Because the food related one seems fun.
No.
That's fine. It doesn't have to be. I'm just.
I mean, it can be. I was gonna do because the brackets seem to take a lot longer than they used to. So I was actually just gonna look up a Christmas bracket.
Oh yeah.
Holiday bracket. And just see what we can. So there's Christmas movie, ultimate Christmas movie. Maybe I should put holiday. Gotta be inclusive. Okay. Holiday. Ooh, what's this? Oh, ultimate holiday movie brackets. There's that. What's this one? Oh, this is an actual sports bracket. We don't want that. Ooh, they have a cookie bracket.
Ooh, I like that. What do you guys think? You guys like the idea of a cookie bracket?
Sure.
This one's fun and fresh. Ooh, is there two of them? No, one just looks No, let's go back.
I think that might be the winner.
Okay. So for the cookie bracket,
I think Dre just popped up.
Oh, tight.
Yep.
eating,
Dre,
wait, sorry to tell you, but Santa was eaten by a Chihuahua. No Christmas this year unless you want reindeer soup.
That is very
that's a
on
good.
brand. I love it.
That's a good friend of ours.
Oh,
He's he's I love you, Aaron.
I love this. Like,
He's unexpected. I'm trying to think of the right way to say it. He will come at you in multiple directions and catch you off guard.
coming in hot.
that's funny.
Okay. Let's see here. Years. No, I'll come back. Okay. So we're gonna do the cookie challenge bracket. I don't know what the difference between these two sides are. So we're just gonna start with the left side. It has to be officially entered into the distance nerding bracket record.
Stay golden. Oh, I'm just gonna throw it out there real quick.
Uh-huh.
Have you guys heard of Golden Rage?
No.
No, what is Golden Rage?
It is Golden Girls meet survival horror. It's a comic book.
What the shit?
Yes, indeed.
Writing this one down.
It's on Image.
Oh, it's an Image comic on that. Oh my god, I have to watch that. I have to go read it.
So, Golden Girls, everybody probably knows this. So, when I first, how do I say this? So I lived in El Sobrani for most of my life, except for 1 year, where my dad lost his mind and decided to go move up into the mountains and take me with him. So once I camped for a year, decided it wasn't for me, and then I moved in with this ex-wife when I was like 16. I just told my dad, I was like, yeah, this isn't really working for me. I'm gonna move in with your ex-wife. And anyway, so when I went to go visit her for the summer, and I didn't leave for 14 years. Anyway, so long story short, it was, kind of like a weird time in my life. And at the time, I really liked the show Roseanne. To this day, I really only like the first 3 seasons. Anything beyond that, I can't really stomach. But anyway, so the only channel that really played it was Lifetime, and they would only play it at like certain times. And so I would basically suffer through Golden Girls so that I could watch Roseanne. But over time, like I ended up liking Golden Girls better than Roseanne. And anyway, so it's a show that like I very frequently like watch when I go to bed or have on in the background. It's just like it's like a comfort show for me. Anyways, long story short, I'm a part of this like, and I know like I could tell you as soon as it comes on. I could tell you like as soon as the episode comes on, I can tell you what the episode is about, what it's about, how it's going to end. I know specific lines from it. Like it's just one of those things for me. Yeah. There's a lot of I have a couple of shows like that, but anyway, so on Facebook, I'm a part of this Golden Girls group, and I've been a part of like various groups like on Facebook, and then they end up getting toxic because people get offended and take something too seriously or whatever. And knock on wood, I haven't had this issue with this Facebook group, because when anybody's offended, or I guess if anybody's offended or has something to say or whatever, basically everybody, it's okay to, instead of like actually telling people how they really feel, they pick a Golden Girls quote that best matches how they really feel, and they quote the quote, and so we kind of get our point across without actually like
That's awesome.
offending anybody. So one of the things, like when somebody wants to like essentially say that somebody's like dense or dumb or doesn't know what they're talking about or whatever, you just go South Side. Because there's an episode of Golden Girls where they're doing like a murder mystery, and they have like a detective, and they're trying to figure out who murdered this person on this murder mystery tour. And the detective, who none of them know, says to Rose, St. Olaf? And that was correct. And she goes, yes. And then later on down the line, she says something else that's stupid. And he goes, Southside. So anyway, so on the group, like people do post like political things or, you know, things just to like stir the pot or whatever. But like nobody really gets too offended because they just quote their feelings in Golden Girls lines. I probably talked about that for way too long.
How that's how all arguments should be. Be said is in quotes of different things that are not offensive.
And there was and then somebody, and I don't know, I think there's a lot of really desperate old ladies on there, to be perfectly honest with you, because they post some kind of obscene pictures, like borderline, and anywhere else like people would like report it or whatever, but like
He's just like, look here, Blanche, I'm gonna need you to calm down.
No, so like I wasn't the only. So like this one that somebody posted, they said, "Oh wow, I'm surprised you were able to walk in October." And I commented, I was like, "I'm just stunned. Stunned does not explain just how stunned I am." It's a Blanche quote.
There's a Sophia quote up there.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So okay, now we're gonna get down to the cookie bracket because I've talked about Golden Girls for long enough. Okay, so first up we have gingerbread versus snowball cookies.
Wait, what's a snowball cookie?
I know, what's a snowball cookie? Oh, you know what I think they are? The little Mexican wedding cookies. Or not the Mexican wedding cookies, the Italian wedding cookies.
Okay.
You know what those are?
I'm gonna go with gingerbread.
I'm going with snowball.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with gingerbread because I don't know what a snowball is.
Snowball. I actually like the snowball ones. If the snowball one is the one I think it is. Okay. Okay, so nobody in the chat. So if you're in the chat, you definitely have a voice. We are doing a cookie holiday cookie challenge. We are doing gingerbread versus snowball. So far we are tied up, so we need somebody to break our tie. Here we go. Here's some people.
I think you're correct here, Jackie, in what a snowball cookie is. I think it's that Italian.
Yeah. It's like powdered sugar.
Yeah, it's like those raised cookies with powdered sugar. Like a lot of times it'll be like almond or lemon flavored.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
Still
gingerbread though.
Yeah, I'm still gingerbread on that too. I like those cookies. Don't get me wrong, but I like gingerbread better. Like if I
hard to not.
Right. I was gonna say if I walked
hard not to like a cookie.
Right. If I walked into a room and I saw a gingerbread cookie in one of those, I'd probably go for the gingerbread first. So
that's one of the on the Holiday Mansion. That's one of like the Holiday Mansion, the Haunted Mansion. That's one of the scents that you get on the ride during the holiday time. All right, I'm gonna go ahead. I'll snowball all of you. Okay, buddy.
Wait, what?
It's Aaron. Aaron Murphy. There's too many Aarons, and there's too many Aarons in this kingdom.
We have two on the show named Aaron, and then on top of that, Fours, a guest host that comes on every now and then. His name is Aaron. We have like 30 Aarons in our.
A lot of Aarons. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and call this one with gingerbread. Moving on to the next round.
Anybody ate those?
Say one more time.
Building houses.
Did you say no molasses?
Oh, I didn't know anybody ate gingerbread cookies. I thought they were for building houses.
Yeah, you can get like a
Material.
gingerbread cookie. They're like really soft cookies.
He goes, I thought it was building material. I didn't know it was a cookie.
Okay. So next up we have the classic sugar cookie versus biscotti. Biscotti.
Scotty,
Ooh.
You said biscotti?
Mm-hmm.
It's like I don't even know you, bro. What's going on?
what do you mean?
I'm a sugar cookie on this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna go sugar cookie. Well, okay. Do you prefer? And this is just a side question. Do you prefer sugar cookie with frosting on it, or just the sugar cookie by itself?
I think as I've gotten older, like frosting is just too much. We tried that crumble cookie place, and it was like, to me, it was just overkill on the sugar. It was good, but it was like too much.
You see, I actually prefer sugar cookies without the frosting, and Jackie actually likes them with the frosting on them.
But
I'm actually a sugar nut, and I like sugar on everything, and I prefer no frosting on it because I feel like it's just too much.
I really like dips. Okay, sorry, I was reading something. Yeah, I like to dip anything. Okay, let's see. So I got 2 in the chat. We're not tied up. I'll go ahead and hearing none, seeing none. Go ahead and call that one with sugar cookie. Sorry, Josh. Or sorry, do you go by Josh or Joshua? Should I be calling you Joshua?
Either one.
Okay. So my name is Jacqueline. And even when I tell people my name is Jacqueline, they still call me Jackie. I don't really care, but I did go through a phase where like I was trying to like reinvent myself and I wanted to be Jacqueline. So I would tell people my name is Jacqueline and then they would just end up calling me Jackie. So then I just gave up.
If this phase happened while we were together, I feel bad that I kept calling you Jackie.
No, this was like around like 2013. Okay. So we have already moved on to the right side of the bracket. First up, we have a Linzer cookie. And so what a Linzer cookie is, I think Philippe's gonna look it up. It's like a jam cookie. It's the 2 cookies, like it's 2 pieces, and it usually has jam in the middle with like a cutout on the outside.
Oh, actually got some of those from IKEA.
They probably are.
They do.
They're Swedish.
That's what's getting my vote. What about you guys?
Well, I didn't hear the other one was Linzer cookie.
Oh, shortbread.
Yeah.
Shortbread.
Oh, shortbread. Jackie, you know shortbread's one of my favorites.
I'm going Linzer.
Yeah. Say it one more time.
Shortbread.
Shortbread. Okay. Okay, so we're tied up. Come on, people in the chat.
Yeah, Jackie, you know shortbreads are one of my.
I don't know. You might like. I mean, there's not much difference between a Linzer and a shortbread cookie. Really, Linzer cookie's just a little bit thinner and it's got jam on it. Because I like to jam.
Jam on it.
Jam on it. Jam on it.
That's right. There you go. Shortbread.
Dun, dun,
Dooley.
dun,
Shortbread.
dun, dun.
That's my jam.
That's my jam.
Como sabe? Jump on it.
No,
Jump on
actually, we at one point we have 2 kids, and if there was going to be a girl, I wanted her middle name to be Joy, Joi, or Jam on it.
I love that. That is awesome.
I don't think I would have ever told my wife that, but she'd be like, "You're vetoed, buddy."
She was probably like, Joy, that's a pretty name. I like that. I like that's a good choice. Jam on it.
Yep.
Okay.
I have a little
It's
hidden
just like
meaning in there.
It's just like I've tried to convince Jackie. I don't know if she's convinced yet, but if we ever have a son, I want to name our first son Gotham.
Why?
because in the middle of the night, in order to get me up to like do anything for the baby, all you have to do is say Gotham needs you.
I can't even I can barely get him to get up and get me a drink of water.
But then if you say Gotham needs you, I mean, I can't help but say I'm Batman.
Oh.
What about like if she has to go out and looks at you and goes, "Are you going to take care of Gotham tonight?" Or no, that doesn't work. They say Gotham night. Dang it! I tried to get E for effort, right?
Absolutely E for effort.
I like Aaron's comment of shortbread with a caramel macchiato.
Ooh.
Yes, sir. So I, except for the last 2 days, because I've been in a really bad mood at work, I've been trying to be like more personable, welcoming. I'm not that I'm not welcoming. I just have been there for too long. I've seen too many people come and go, and my heart is cold. Anyway, so I have cookies in my office, and I've been pretty good about not like eating a bunch of my cookies in one day. But this time I decided to not do the golden Oreos and do Nutter Butters instead.
God, I want all of this.
And a Nutter Butter and some black coffee in the morning is the
shit.
Is the shit. It's the jam on it. It's so good. And it's like an Oreo, like you can dunk it and you get like one good dunk out of it, but a Nutter Butter, it's long, so you can get like a couple dunks into it.
Nice.
Let's see if biscotti's meant for that.
Yes.
And Josh getting all fancy on us. I know what you're getting for Christmas, buddy.
You're gonna make some biscottis?
Yep.
All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and call it with shortbread winning that one just by one, not by much. All right.
And I'm gonna stop the build for now because I'm moving on to the next bag. It's not gonna pop it open, so we'll finish this on because we got about another 10 minutes. Yeah.
Okay. So next up, this one's a little interesting. So it's gonna be a jam thumbprint cookie. Philippe, you want to look up a picture?
Yep. You said thumbprint?
Yeah.
Jam thumbprint.
Yeah, I like those.
I do too.
Oh yeah.
Let me see.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. What's the other one?
It's
The
like
other one,
a cookie, but with jam.
No, but wasn't there like two options?
Yeah,
No.
the other one, Philippe keeps interrupting me.
Sorry.
The next one is a chocolate peppermint. I don't know what that.
Oh,
It looks like it's a chocolate cookie. Like on the picture I'm looking at, it looks like it's a chocolate cookie with like peppermint on it, like on top of it.
Oh yeah, it's like a brownie cookie with peppermint.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with the chocolate peppermint on this one. As much as I like jam cookie stuff, like stuff like that, that looks like something that I would inhale.
I think it's what kind of mood you're in, and right now I'm feeling I like them both, but I think the jam thumbprint.
Sorry.
The jam thumbprint. Okay, what do we got? Thumbprint.
Jam thumbprint.
Yeah, there's one in the chat. I like Aaron's other idea: Nutter Butter, vanilla ice cream, NW root beer, and a blender. I hope you put the root beer in after you use the blender.
No. Have you? I made a freeze for you a while back, Jack.
You did?
That's a freeze. You're basically doing a milkshake.
I don't believe that.
Yeah, and it's like one of my favorite things. I was telling you, it's one of my favorite things to
I
make.
don't believe you made me one.
I made you one.
Was I drunk?
Aaron
Awesome.
may or may not have the munchies. I'm just guessing.
But I mean, like that with Nutter Butter in it sounds heavenly.
I don't know how I feel about peanut butter flavor with root beer.
I don't know. I would try it. I would try it.
I mean, I would try it. I just don't know how I feel about it.
Okay, babe, we gotta write that down so I can make it.
Okay, I'm gonna enter it into the log. Nutter Butter was it Nutter Butter, vanilla, ice cream, root beer.
So let's go ahead and finish this first round of stuff, and then we're
Entering it into the log.
No, it's fine. I'm just giving kind of a time of events kind of thing.
Yeah.
We've got about 5 minutes, so
Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and call it on the thumbprint cookie. Wins that round.
I like that.
And then we're going back up to the top. We have gingerbread versus sugar cookie.
Okay, so we'll probably stop it for here for the night.
Okay.
And we'll continue this bracket next week. But guys, 100% happy you guys came on again. The books are awesome. If you guys haven't checked them out, first 2 issues are out right now. Night of the Chihuahuas was a great read, really easily digestible, guys. So if anybody that's out there, if you haven't read it yet, please 100% go out there and support. If you haven't seen the scroll at the bottom, right there at the bottom of the screen, got some of their websites there. But guys, Nate, do me a favor, man. Give me all your pluggables, any shows you guys got coming up, social medias, all that kind of stuff. Anything you guys want to plug, now's your chance. Go ahead and do it.
So we've got Instagram, Night of the Chihuahuas, Facebook, Night of the Chihuahuas. Hive is under Pork Chop Express, which is our publishing company. We're going to be at LA Con this coming weekend. We're going to have original artwork, some special surprises. The author David Kiddos Jr. will be there. We'll have Austin Ackert as well doing sketch covers. And then the following weekend, we met up with some lovely people in Miami. 305 Comics, Leanna and Tina Michelle. And they're going to be taking us into NerdyCon, which is a very last minute thing. But I guess it's supposed to be kind of a big deal. So very thankful to all these people. And I want to give a shout out to our artist, Albert Morales, which is he's at on Instagram at Angry Rooster Studios. David Kirchek, another wonderful artist. He's David Kirchek, KIRCHIK art on Instagram. And also Eric Ruiz, who you guys know.
Right. That's who linked us up in the first place.
Yeah.
I mean,
Eric is working on issue 4 for us right now. And
nice.
These are all great people. We're learning a lot and just kind of growing. So.
Yeah, Eric's a pretty close friend of the show. He's been in a couple of our shows. We support Lucharillas pretty hard. So, I mean, our last episode, I was wearing a Lucharilla shirt. So,
yeah, we love that too. And we love all of his art. We're really happy to be working with him.
Awesome, man. Josh, anything you want to add here?
No. Thanks for having us on. And they pretty much covered everything.
Awesome. LeJack, anything you got?
No. I don't have anything.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is my lovely, lovely wife.
Well, if anybody already follows me on Instagram, you know that I had a chaperone-less vacation. I went to San Diego last weekend without Philippe.
Wow.
So
sounds exciting.
we had a lot of fun. I haven't done a post on it yet because it's so hard to choose pictures, but if you follow me on Instagram, then you'll see when I do post it, and maybe you'll consider going to San Diego and doing some of the things that my friend-in-law and I did. And I am in a weird season with my writing, kind of taking a pause like I have to do every so often to get new ideas. I never even released anything that I have written, but I think I might be releasing something for Christmas. I just am scared to release it and somebody steal it like anybody would care, but you just never
Copyright.
I don't know how to do that.
I will teach you. It's not hard.
Okay, well, if you could teach me, then I would share more things because I feel kind of stupid thinking anybody would want to steal anything of mine. But
No, you should always copyright.
I know people do that, so and then they regret not like waiting and stuff like that. So okay, anyways, I've rambled on long enough.
I would love to help with that. I think it's very important.
Great, I appreciate that.
Yeah, it's a little tedious, but it's not super hard.
Awesome. We'll definitely have a conversation about this. Ladies and gentlemen, you all know who I am. You know who we are. You know who Distance Nerding is, because if you're here watching this, then usually you know who we are. If you're not, if this is your first time watching, hey, good on you. We love you. Thank you for coming and hanging out with us and everything like that. That being said, starting off from here, ladies and gentlemen, if you are interested in anything Distance Nerding, just remember, we have merch, people. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, we got merch. So everything that we have out there, if you're interested in any Distance Nerding merch, $35 for a hat. We've got our Distance Nerding hats, the Heather Gray right there, or Galaxy Gray as we call it, and the Baller Black. And then, of course, Distance Nerding shirts. The hats are $35 each or $30 per hat if you get multiple hats. So if you get one of each color, they drop down to $30 each. If you are interested in Distance Nerding shirts, Distance Nerding shirts are $20 if you're local to the Sacramento area, $25 if we got to ship it out to you. Just DM us on any social media of your choice, because we're on all of them. And just let us know what sizes and what colors and everything that you want. And then, of course, if you want stickers are free. Just tell me you want stickers and shoot me an address and where you want me to send them to, and I will send you stickers for free. So that is how we get down on all of the merch, ladies and gentlemen. That all being said, of course, follow us on all social medias that exist, on the Twitch, on the Twitter, on the Instagram, on the TikTok, on the YouTube, Facebook. We have a Discord now. Of course, we got OnlyFans. It's only pictures of birds' feet. MySpace, Friendster, Flickster. If it exists, we're on it. So find us. Well, no, we're not on Hive or Truth Social. We'll probably figure out Truth Social at some point just to go and piss everybody off that's there. Do Evil Mickey or something like that. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is it from us. Once again, I'd like to thank our guests for coming on the show. And plugging everything going on with you guys again. Now that we are in our sphere, everything you post, we will post. So it's going to be out there as soon as every episode 3 is out. Oh, and guys, once your Kickstarter gets going, again, shoot us the links and we will repost on everything that we do. So we highly want to support your project. Again, I can't wait till book 3 comes out because I want to continue the story. I can't wait until we get a point where the jaws start opening up and they turn into the blade monsters. So I'm waiting for that, because I see it in the art, which again, I didn't actually post, but for everybody that hasn't read the books and hasn't checked it out yet, check out some of this art right here. So, this is
that's scary.
It's a horror book, but these are Chihuahuas too, so it's even scarier that they're Chihuahuas, right? We got Fifi here eating people, and then of course my favorite picture out of the 3 that I have here. I love this picture so much.
That's by an artist named Victor Irizarry. He goes Vodlines is his Instagram handle, VOD Lines. That was our little collaboration, Chihuahua Smalls.
Yeah, that's badass.
With the Cuban Links chain.
Yeah, he's got the Cuban Links. He's got the crown. It's the Biggie Smalls cover, but with the evil Chihuahua, right? So again, ladies and gentlemen, anything that you're interested in, the first 2 books are out right now. Head over to nightofthechihuahuas.com or follow them on social media at Night of the Chihuahuas, like Nate mentioned earlier. Outside of that, guys, that's it from us. Now, we didn't warn you ahead of time, but at the end of the show, we do something called the dance party. And essentially, yeah, exactly. And essentially what this is as soon as our theme music starts playing, just grab something around you and make it dance on screen. Jackie's going to give you the example here in a second.
I've got it. I'm going to win. I'm so going to win.
There we go. So let's
In
get
arm's reach.
Oh wait.
And I just want to say, you guys are going to be at LA Comic Con.
That's right. So I'm actually planning on trying to link up with David when we're
His
down
arm
there.
is
'Cause I definitely want to get these signed.
Okay.
So I'm going to bring them with me.
Cool.
But yeah, guys, again, we're you guys will see us at LA Comic Con. We're going to be down there with Comic Con Radio. We made the announcement yesterday or on Tuesday, sorry. And we're going to be doing celebrity interviews on screen, and we'll be doing a whole bunch of interviews with like con goers and indie comic book artists and just whoever we can see down there on the show floor. We're going to take. We're taking down some portable mics with this, and we're going to be doing stuff on Facebook Lives or an Instagram Live. So, you know, we are all about promoting all of our indie writers and indie artists and everything like that. And we want to give you guys more of a platform. If we can give you our platform, then it makes us happy. So, yeah, exactly. So, dance.
Hi, Eric. Eric showed up. Hi, Eric.
I have arrived.
Eric, you're late.
So late.
I love you to death, bro. We have like 20 like wrestling makeup episodes to do. Either way, though,
We're getting into the dance party.
Let's do this. Yes.
I have nothing.
Chopsticks.
Oh boy. I'm a chopstick now.
Distance nerding.
Josh wins.
I had nothing.
Oh, it's good. The figure dance. This is how James ends up on the show because he can't come on Thursdays. Yes, we have custom Funko Pops of ourselves.
Nice. How did you guys do that?
Funko headquarters.
Nice. Oh, hold on a minute.
Stuff. I have nothing.
I like Johnny Cash.
Is he going to be at your birthday party?
No, he's dead.
I'm joking.
We'll see everybody at LA Comic Con.